This is Cara, and she's just going to tell you about the first time she remembers using this process before I talk her through or walk her through this process again.
Yeah, I remember vividly. It was probably about 10 years ago, so it had a big impact on me. And we were, if anyone knows Edinburgh area, we were in South Queensferry on a pier, lots of people around. And Alison said, no, we need to do this technique where you actually position yourself, you move and feel like you're the individual, so see it from their perspective. And we did that, and it was a stakeholder I was trying to have a better relationship with to get a better outcome. I did it, and it was just amazing how I saw myself and how I was interacting, and perhaps how they were perceiving my behaviours. And if I adjusted that and adapted, it could generate a different result. And I applied that technique, and it took some time. I mean, I don't think you go from one extreme to the other just immediately, but it did work, and I've used it a number of times. And actually, I often tell people in my team to think about the other person's perspective and physically move so that you're actually feeling that you're looking at it from a different perspective. So really effective technique. And I have one today. Similarly, I have a stakeholder who has very, very strong views about how we should develop the relationship with a particular supplier. And we're trying to work together to get the best outcome for the bank that I work with. And we come from very different angles, and actually applying that technique has helped me kind of try and establish, is there validity in what he's thinking? Am I being too strong in my perspective? And if I adjust or adapt, could that result be better for both of us and also the bank? We work together better. So I'm applying that technique as we speak. So I haven't got an outcome, but obviously I'll let Alison know.
Okay, so I'd like you to stand there. Where are you going to put this other person? Where are they going to stand?
I'm going to put the other person over there.
Okay, so they're over here, imaginary, standing there. And I'd like you to now look towards that person, so it's just listening to my words, but observe that person and just notice, imagine a conversation you're having with them, and just notice your tonality, the words you're using, your body language. Just notice what you notice about. Okay, so we may have already, this is the beauty of this technique, we may already have had some insight just by doing that. But what I'd like you now to do is to leave you there and to go and stand as them. So you're leaving Cara standing here, and you're going to go and stand there as them, and to notice how they feel being at the receiving end of that Cara over there, doing what she was doing, the way she was saying it, the body language, and just notice how you feel about that. And this isn't necessarily about Cara having to tell me what she's feeling, other than to just take on board that insight. And then it's a case of stepping out from that. So step out. And now, this is where we perhaps should have practiced it. So Cara's here and the other person's there, and now you're this third party able to watch Cara hear that person there, and just notice what you notice about, is there something that person there who's this third person who can see both perspectives, only person you can change is Cara, what advice might they give to Cara? And then to just step back into a fourth position, so go even further back into that garden that we've spent lockdown clearing. We might as well show everybody, oh, look at our lovely garden that we've cleared. And to just observe. So you're observing Cara, that person and that advice. There might be some other additional advice that little fly on the wall is. And I need you to go back as you. So you're now sort of reintegrating back into being Cara. And now this is where I do need you to share, is to sort of, what are you going to do differently?
Well, bizarrely, the first reaction I had when I was standing in the other person's shoes was not understanding what I was doing. And I suppose I feel a bit more relaxed, actually.
You look, to be fair, you look more relaxed.
Yeah, because immediately when I thought about the individual, I actually felt myself turn, so that's why I was smiling. So actually, I think it's just not going in with preconceived ideas about how that individual is going to behave or interact with me. And even that, I think, will make a big difference. I'm much more open.
So just go and stand, so just humour me now, go and stand as them again, and just be on the receiving end of this more relaxed Cara, and just notice how that changes how you're able to react, the words you're saying, how you're feeling.
Yeah.
And then go back to yourself. always need to finish the example exercise, being yourself, with that additional insight, and just notice what you notice. Anything you'd like to share about, any additional thoughts that you'd like to share about what happened when you were that person?
Well, I think the actual physical moving is the thing that's key.
Yeah.
Because you actually feel like you are moving into their shoes. So although it feels a bit odd, and I remember the first time we did it, it was a bit kind of like, why are we doing this? But actually, it's hugely impactful.
Cool. Thank you. Okay, back to Alison in the office.